Today, I present you this brief that focus on the efforts, collective efforts that we started through the Arab Working Group for the coordination efforts, activities, and achievements on the contaminants. During the presentation, we will present the methodology that we have followed, the outcomes, then the steps, most important activities, outcomes, and we will end by a brief on the agenda of the session number 18 and to the countries that will be present in that meeting. As you know, the convening of these working groups was a very important step that we had in view of developing and enhancing active participation. Several groups were convened in order to follow the most important technical issues among these committees. The CCCF, that effort comes within the effort to build the capacities of Arab countries that are focused on the food safety and to ensure participation of Arab countries in the food codex and to participate in international standards, putting into consideration the economic circumstances and to boost their impact and presence inside the food codex. One of the most important tasks determined for this working group: review, analysis of documents and proposals provided by the CCCF, evaluation of the standards according to the circumstances and challenges in their region, study the health impacts, economic impacts, unify and coordinate Arab region positions, and preparation of clear reports, including analysis and recommendations. So we have followed a methodology put on a scientific basis, subjective basis, as provided from G-Force, and it is organized subjective to evaluate the documents and proposals and to encourage an exchange of views and practices among the national experts and regional experts. The expected results are analytical reports that are brief and recommendations supporting Arab positions and boosting capacities in the development of international and national standards. Through this mechanism, several Arab working groups understood the several dimensions of the agenda items, continued the consultation regard to the application of the proposed standards, especially for the Arab region, and to boost dialogue and exchange of practices among the members and the experts to understand and unify the Arab positions by the use and following, integrating the best practices and methodologies by international entities and countries to build a regional position that is able to affect and boost the priorities of the region, and to support technical capacities at the national level and regional level to convene and prepare standards, international standards, and to build an entity to ensure food safety in the Arab region. These are the steps that are followed through the working groups. First, the working group was convened before the meeting held in Muscat to document and provide methodology to unify the methodologies of analysis and to be compliant with the best practices, then reviewing the agenda items and to determine the items according to the priorities of the Arab region and to use a clear methodology and subjective methodologies to determine the most important points. Then put in a roadmap and a schedule timeline and to distribute the tasks according to the technical expertise in the Arab region. Several meetings for coordination were convened. Here, I'll give you the most important activities that we have had put in a framework for the teamwork. We have adopted a proposed methodology to evaluate the agenda items, adopting a proposed methodology to determine the details and determine the priorities, then put in a Dropbox for presenting the documents and reference documents, then coordinating preparatory and initial meetings with the GeForce experts. Regard to the achievements, determining and specifying the agenda items and priorities in this year. We have considered, we have tackled several 11 items among 16 technical items. More than 70% of the items tackled in the CCCF. Also, 7 meetings were convened for the coordination and analysis of the agenda items. And reviewing these documents, analytical documents, and putting the recommendations regard to the criteria for the Arab region. In regard to the participation in this year, in this team, there were 9 countries present and participated with us in these meetings, including Egypt, UAE, Bahrain, Syria, Oman, Morocco, Palestine, Algeria, and Lebanon. In regard to the Arab countries that will participate to present briefings and Egypt, UAE, Bahrain, Oman, and Morocco. I'd like to extend thanks to all the members of the working group for their valuable participation and big efforts during the discussions held in this team. And a special thanks to our colleagues that will present their interventions in regard to all of the important items. I'd like to present the agenda of CCCF18, 24 items included in the agenda, including 8 for contaminants and main contaminants, including the cadmium, aflatoxins, acrylamide, alkoxytropatic, and pyrrolizidine, and 6 indicators of the practices, 5 technical topics in regard to data analysis and taking samples, 3 items for future planning, and the priorities of JACFA evaluation, 1 item which is very important to be included to discuss the methodologies by JACFA in regard to maximum levels of the multiple component items. This timeline is a brief of the topics to show the importance of the items included, contaminants, and other issues. In this timeline, you will find the Arab countries that will participate with the presentations and briefs. They will present themselves during the agenda presentation. Thank you once again. I wish you the fruitful discussions. Thank you very much.